beautiful people. I said I would talk about my past, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my recent relationship I was in at the age of 20. I was dating a 43-year-old. Um, a little bit of background about that. I wasn't still in foster care. I stayed in foster care until I was the age of 21. I aged out at 21. Anybody know anything about foster care? If you age out at 21, you get benefits. That's how I got my free schooling. That's how I get, if you have a 2.0 GPA, at least a 2.0 GPA, you get paid to go to school. So that's how I got my benefits to do that. Um, I didn't want to grow up uh, and get out of foster care at 18 like usually people do. I wanted the benefits, plus I did the extended living program where I had to leave around 22. So yeah. Okay, so with that being said, I was 20 and I was working at Walmart at the time, and I was talking to a 43-year-old. He asked me for my number. He was more interested in me. I was just, because I loved, I craved, let's just say that. I always wanted that love and attention because I never got it. I never had like a mom or dad or, just, showed me that type of love. So I really accepted any little thing, at the time. So just putting that out there. So, the first year he was sweet and nice. He would pick me up from Girls Haven, and he would take me out to eat. He would give me money. I would come back to Girls Haven. It's like, what you did for that money? I ain't did nothing. Because he gave me a ring in 6 months because I ain't did nothing with him sexual at all. Because I wasn't like that, I had got raped at 19 and I was a virgin. And so I didn't look at sex like that. And plus, that ruined sex for me. So just putting that out there. So, the year he gave me a ring on our, the first time after 6 months. And then after a year, I moved in with him, and he just changed, like, for real. He changed completely. I didn't know the person I was with, right? Because he was always nice and sweet to me. He gave me knowledge. He put me up on game and stuff like that. So I really was like, I got somebody that's teaching me. I really cling to older people, like older women, older men. Not so much older men no more, okay? But older women mostly. And it just was, I feel for him. So, after the year when I moved in with him, he started putting his hands on me. He started talking bad to me and stuff like that. Like, that's this why this why, stuff like that. And then, I had got my first car at 21, and he would damage my stuff, and he would leave me stranded. Sometimes, like, I'll be riding in the car with him, and if we got in an argument, he would tell me to get out the car, or he'll raise his hand up to like reach to hit me. So I just ended up just getting out the car and just being stranded at the time. So, but there was like this one particular time, like during this time, this was when I was suicidal and taking pills and cutting myself. Like, this time, like, I won't say I'm completely over it, because I don't. If I was to pick any part of my life that was a traumatic experience for me and was like, what the hell, why, girl, it would be this one, and the rape. Those two incidents. Now, I don't think I will be able to talk about the rape because I still struggle with that, talking about that, honestly. but we're on this story. We're going to get off that one. But there is a particular time where he had drove me, like he was asking me for money. So when I was doing the independent living program, they paid us money. And then I had the ETV training voucher where I was putting money up for a car, right? So I was saving up for a car, right? So I didn't get my car until 22, but I got my driver's license at 21. I will say that. So he was like threatening me. Mind you, he had a weapon. He took me down a dark road. And I told him I wasn't giving him no money on my savings because I'm saving up for a car. Like, that was my main thing, so I wouldn't have to be riding or walking or riding a bus. Like, that was my main goal. And he put the gun up to my head. I literally can remember this moment since like it was yesterday. He put the gun up to my head. I looked in his eyes. That wasn't him. Like, I thought I was seeing a demon, literally. I was so scared. He's like, I can throw your backpack in the river and then shoot you and throw you in there and nobody would miss you. And that's how I felt, like nobody cared about me. So I treated myself like nobody cared about me. And I believed everything he said. Because I didn't have no mom, I didn't have no dad, I didn't have people like that checked on me every day or even occasionally, you know? The people that I had in my life, they only called me when they needed something. So I knew deep down, like, yeah, you're right. So I ended up, he was asking for money for gas. That's all he asked for. But I didn't want to give it to him because I didn't want to take it out of my savings. But I ended up doing it because my life was, was more important. So, the last thing, well, I won't say that's the last thing because that wasn't the last thing. Okay, what made me leave was he had got a python. I am terrified of snakes. Like, I'm totally terrified of snakes. He would sleep with that thing. I would end up sleeping in my car crying. And it's like, why am I putting myself in this situation? I had got a car by then. So I ended up moving. And I ended up getting a relationship with my last ex. And he had took my phone from me. This guy that I'm talking about, the 43-year-old. And he had called and said, I had got a new phone, that he was going to give me my phone. The last thing he did to me is rip my hair out. Like, I still, that's why, y'all want to know why I wear bands? I ain't got no edges, y'all. He ripped my braids out of my head. Honestly, I'm not ashamed to say I have no edges because, he ripped it completely out. So I had to deal with that. I had a missing patch like in the middle, but not anymore. So that grew back. I'm still, still praying for these edges, y'all. So I told y'all that was a piece of my past. Nobody really knew what I was going through. I was in a dark place, and that's a piece of my story.